Hello, my friends. Thanks for joining me today. I want to let you know that my friend Cindy, who's also a design team member, she is hosting From Scraps to Masterboard Swap. And I decided that I wanted to join her in her open collaboration. So she sent me scraps that I'm going to create a masterboard from. And I also want to mention Masterboard Mayhem because I'm going to use both hashtags because Masterboard Mayhem is an open collaboration that I host, and you can create a masterboard using whatever you'd like, and you can turn it into whatever you'd like, and that's open as well, so you can join that. So her note says, thanks for joining my first swap, From Scraps to Masterboard Swap. What a fun way to share and use scraps that might normally end up in the trash. Now we'll create a masterpiece. I hope you enjoy the swap. Let your creativity go. Remember to use the hashtag above and tag me when posting your masterboard masterpiece in the group. So that's her Facebook group, which is Cindy A. Lewis. And it says if you add your masterboard on YouTube or other social media, you can do the same. If you have any questions, let me know. All right, that sounds good. So friends, let's go ahead and create our masterboard. Let's have a look, see what all she sent. And if I need to, I can fill in some spaces with parts of this envelope. So let's have a look here. Oh, that's pretty. So she sent me some reds, and all of this should coordinate very nicely. We have reds, we have neutrals, definitely has some Christmassy feels to it. We got a little Santa Claus, that's so cute. And we have some plaid. Love this. This is all great. This is so fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and move these off of the page. I'm going to try to fill in this entire page here, and I think this is the perfect piece to start with. I'm going to trim both sides because this has a little bit of a tear in it right there, and then this side has a little bit of a tear, so I'm going to get rid of those, and we'll have nice clean cuts there. Alright, we got some glue on the back of it. And I think I'll just go ahead and pop this down right here in the corner. This is my masterboard notebook that I'm working in right now. And actually I have almost all the pages full. I just have one more page after this one. So that's pretty fun. I'm going to go ahead and add this piece as well. And so I'm thinking, since this is a Christmas theme, I can go ahead and turn this masterboard into either tags or greeting cards. Oh, this doesn't have a straight cut, so I'm going to give that a trim. All right, my friends, here is my completed masterboard, and I absolutely love it. So the question is, do we turn it into tags or cards? And I'm thinking we turn it into cards. All right, my friends, we are going to take this masterboard and turn it into 2 Christmas greeting cards. I am going to cut the masterboard at 6 inches, and I swear I marked it, but now I can't find my mark. Oh, here it is. Okay. Here we go. All right. Now sometimes when we've created a masterboard, it's thick because we have layers and layers of paper. And so sometimes I will use my ruler to get a nice crease here, but actually I'm not going to have to do that today. At the thrift store, I found a scoreboard. So I'm going to take the time to score this. Okay, I haven't used this yet, so this will be my first time using it. So let's look at the lay of the land. First of all, this little drawer here, this, oh, can you see it? Here it is, this little drawer. It has all these little instructions. Oh, they're like stickers too. That's really interesting, but they're in foreign languages. So I think the one that I would use, yes, okay, so the person who owned it already stuck it right up here, and it just says where to score for certain size, I guess, envelopes that you might want. Oh no, it's got cards and boxes. Check that out. Okay, that's pretty cool. But I'm not gonna get into that because I just need to score these pretty simple right down the center. So if I put it up here in the corner, I can see that my card is 8 3/4 inches wide. So half of that is gonna be 4 and I'm gonna say 4 1/4. And then what we'll do is we'll just cut off the excess. Now I hope I'm doing this right. It seems weird, but I guess when you just put the little thing down, it stays right in the track. Well, mine didn't really stay right in the track. That's really interesting. Let me try it again. Okay, it did that time. And it might be because the paper is so thick. So we're gonna set this one off over here. I'm gonna do the same with this one. Measurement should be the same, so I'm gonna go 4 1/4. And that one stayed in the track just fine. All right, let's move this out of the way. Oop, I'm gonna put my little bone folder back in there. And now let's see how that worked. I am gonna grab this just in case, simply because there's several layers of cardstock on there. So at least I know I have a nice straight line, and I can line my ruler up onto it, right? And then I can just finish creasing it. With a regular piece of paper, I wouldn't have to use that ruler, but I'm just doing it for a little extra support. Now we can go all the way. There we go. And I know I could have kept my bone folder out and pushed this down with it to get a nice crease right here at the fold. However, the bone folder is small and I have carpal tunnel. So holding something big like my scissors is really so much better for my hand, so much easier on my hands. So this one looks great, and either side can be the front. Now let's do this one. This one is a little bit easier. It's not quite as thick with cardstock. I think the other one just had a lot of layers. All right, and then I'll grab my paper cutter and we will trim this edge. So I need to take about 1/4 inch off of each one. All right, my friends, I'm going to repurpose a greeting card, and it originally was like this, and I cut it in half. I trimmed it up just a little bit, put a little bit of ink around the edge, and now I'm just going to pop it into place. I rarely ever use my double stick tape, but I'm going to go ahead and do that today. I use my double stick tape a lot for other things, but rarely do I use it like in my crafting in this way, like in my paper crafting. I just don't do it that much. But there's nothing wrong with it. I guess I don't think about it. Plus it's expensive. So I feel like I get more mileage out of wet glue, you know. But for these cards, I think this is perfectly fine. The other thing I could have done is I could have put these up on pop dots. So just keep that in mind for if you make cards and you repurpose something, you can always pop it up and give it that little extra dimension. Now what I'll figure is I'm going to call these done for now. When we get closer to the holidays and I start making cards, I can always add a little something to these. I can add some sparkles or some trim. There's a lot I could do, or a saying even. So anyway, I love the way they turned out though. I think they're super, super cool. So I hope you enjoyed this, my friends. Thanks for watching. See you soon.